uploading this, but to be honest, I am having so much trouble with YouTube right now, so I am praying it works. I'm having trouble uploading even our leadership calls, so I'm glad you guys are on. Let's do this. Okay, everybody, so welcome to the call. If you're brand new here, welcome. So glad you're here. My name is Katie Harlan, and I am one of the co-founders of Team Zaya on Fire. Monica Gagny and I started with Zaya in September and October of 2017, and we decided to just lead the team together. So we do the team calls together and make plans for the team together, and it's so much fun doing it with her. But she is on vacation right now, so it's just me tonight. I feel like I'm solo parenting or something like that. But we did have a guest speaker, and she got sick today, so she doesn't have a voice, and her name is Megan Bating. If you want to start following her, she just hit Elite, which is one of the almost tippity top ranks in the company. She hit Elite 2 months ago, and I love her style because she's super under the radar and doesn't make a lot of noise, and I think those people are extra inspiring to follow because you feel like they're just like you. They're not, it's also fun to follow total rock stars and people who are really noisy, but I like to hear from lots of people. So she will be coming back maybe in August. For going forward, you guys, we're going to have team calls the first and third Monday of the month. So to plan accordingly, look at your calendar. The next one will be the first Monday in August. And the first Monday, I kind of like to save for announcements and talking strategy. And this call is typically going to be a guest speaker, but you just have me tonight. I'm so sorry. We have a really cool guest speaker in August on the third Monday. I think it's the 24th. Alicia Ariano, she is going to talk about Instagram parties, and she does really, really well with those. So that is coming, and we're going to have a lot of guests on that call from other teams because a lot of other people want to hear about that too. It's kind of a thing that not everybody knows how to do, including me and Monica. Let's see, I wanted to talk to you guys a couple of quick announcements before we get into the training tonight. Summit tickets are available. They're $99, and that includes a swag bag that's usually pretty great. I don't know the deadline on Summit, on getting the tickets and getting the swag. I have a call with advisory. It was supposed to be today. It got moved to tomorrow, and we're just talking about Summit. So I hope to have some info for you guys as far as what to expect and the type of training and the deadline. Oh, no deadline, Gina? Okay. There's got to be some deadline to get the swag bag, though. So maybe they are just a little confused about that. But I will fill you guys in as I find out. If you have a little team near you that you want to get together with and watch it, honestly, the training in Summit is fine. It's always like great, but that's not what makes Summit special. It's really getting together with people. So it's unfortunate that we have to do it virtually this year. So if you guys can do a virtual watch party with your team or get together with some of your team, that's what makes it special, and I strongly encourage you to do that. Another reminder about the promo this month: if you enroll 3 reps to your team and hit the 2,500 mark in sales, you get an extra $250, and then you also get an entry to win 1 of 10 Pelotons if you double that, I believe. So 6 reps and 5,000 in sales. So pretty great prize and a good reason to do it. And then I just wanted to talk to you guys about sort of my prediction. I did predict in June that July would be slower, and it's not. So I feel like a dip is probably coming, maybe in August. I just want you to really harness the power of this month because the numbers are up. Are you guys seeing that in your business? I mean, people are shopping, people are wanting this in their life, whether it's to be one of your customers or to join your team or to have some bright spot. So I would put all of your cards on the table this month with the knowledge that August might be a tiny bit of a dip. Maybe not. I hope I'm wrong. But there tends to be a dip in the summer, at least 1 month. It's usually July. And since we didn't really feel it this month, my intuition just tells me that we might feel it soon. And August is back to school or whatever that looks like. People just tend to be busy. So my advice is just to really put everything on the table, make July a big push month, because what you do now feeds your business next month. The new customers you get now will be repeat customers next month. The reps you get now will boost your group volume next month. So use the momentum to fuel your business for a potential dip. And that just makes it so you don't feel the dip as much. Okay, if you guys have questions along the way, feel free to use the chat tool. And we're going to go ahead and start the training. It's going to be short and sweet, I think. I want to talk tonight about recruiting. And I love to talk about recruiting. Sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, am I just saying the same thing over and over? But you know, they say leadership is repetition, and so I'm just going to keep saying the thing. But I did bring in some what I think are slightly new examples and discussions. So if you've heard me talk about recruiting, I hope that I can provide something a little bit different tonight too. So let's just start by saying that part of your journey as a Zaya rep is recruiting and getting people to join you. Especially if you're on this team call, if you are trying to build income, if you want a business that pays you back, you need a team. Can you do it without a team? Yeah, but number one, it's harder. You have to work, 20 times harder getting those sales if it's just you by yourself. Versus you guys, like my sales make up like 5% of my total check every month. So sales are the vehicle to get you to reps joining your team. If you want large income with this, I promise you, it's about the reps. I would give up every single customer I have them join my team, because you can always find more customers, and reps are a little bit harder to find. So you're always recruiting. It's a part of your business. It's a part of your business model. And if it's something you don't enjoy, you have to just get over that. It's just part of doing this business if you want to do it well and be successful. So I think there's a little bit of a mindset for people who don't love it, and they think, okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it this month, and then I don't have to do it for a while, or I'm going to get a few people on my team, and then I can not worry about that. But the truth of the matter is, and I hope this isn't too tough or whatever, but the truth of the matter is you always have to be recruiting. And even at this point, I'm 2.5 years in to this business, and recruiting is still probably the most important thing I do, because that's what creates that solid foundation, which we'll talk about next. So, but one more thing about recruiting, it reminds me a little bit of in Darren Hardy's book, The Slight Edge. He talks about you have to do like the boring work to get to the really good stuff. And so some of what we're going to talk about is a little bit dull. It's not always like super fun. Reach outs are boring sometimes, and they're a pain. But that consistent, boring, normal work that anybody can do is really what will make the difference in your business. It's not complicated, and it's not hard. It's just doing it consistently that is really the magic part. Okay, so let's talk about who you're looking for. I hope that this feels like a weight lifted off your shoulder. I hope what I'm about to say feels really good. To me, it feels good. You are looking for a lot of people who are going to do a little bit of work. You're not looking for rock stars. And isn't that wonderful? Because rock stars are hard to find. You are just looking for a lot of people, because here's the deal. If you recruit 10 people, probably 6 of them will do nothing. 3 of them will do something, and 1 of them will blossom and bloom and grow into a huge leader in the company. But you don't know who that person will be at the beginning. It's so fun. It's been really fun to watch people bloom who you didn't expect, or people that come to you and they're like, I'm going to kill this business and I can't wait to do this and I know all these people, and then they fizzle out. You really can't predict it, which I think is kind of exciting. It's like, who are you going to be? And they're all great. I mean, it's fine. I'm not judging. I'm not saying that people that come in and don't rise to the top are not valuable. I'm saying you want all of them. You want the people that do a little, you want the people that do a lot, you want the people in between. You even want people that do it for the discount. You want a lot of people doing a little bit of work, because then some of them will grow. So for me, this feels really good because it takes the pressure off of me having to find rock stars, because you don't know who's going to be a rock star. So I think that means that you don't prejudge people and you just talk to everybody about it all the time, not knowing who it's going to latch on to and who it's really going to resonate with. You're just talking about it all the time to all the people. Now, there are different ways to talk to different people. So let's go into this one. If we're talking about your social media marketing, think about who you're marketing to and change it up every once in a while. So sometimes I like to do posts and stories about the simplicity of the business, because I'm talking to people who just need something really easy in their lives that's not going to take a lot of time. Sometimes I want to talk to people about the discount because I want to catch the ear of somebody who just really wants a better activewear wardrobe and doesn't want to pay a lot. Sometimes, and actually I caught myself doing this too much recently, and I realized, okay, Katie, you are trying to talk to rock stars, and that's exactly what I just told you guys not to do. But sometimes I like to talk about like the potential in this business, which is insane. But I noticed, okay, you're doing that, like I said, you're doing that too much, and I think I was maybe over some people's head. Like, they don't really want that. They want more of this. So just pay attention to your marketing and your wording in your posts. Who are you talking to? Are you always talking to the same exact person? I think it's good to vary your message so that people read it and hear it and receive it differently. So just consider that when you're posting about it. Are you always talking about the discount? Well, maybe it's time to talk about how it's completely changed lives of people on your team. And by the way, if you don't have what you would call a success story, which by the way, you all do, but if you feel like you don't have one to share when you're recruiting, you can use others. And that's what this Discover Zaya group will do this week. I'll talk about that in a second. But it allows you to borrow stories from other people and say, hey, I'm not a stay-at-home mom, but I know you are. And my friend, Sarah, she's a stay-at-home mom and she's built a big business here, and it might be something for you. So people can see themselves in your friends and fellow business partners' stories as well. So you guys, about Discover Zaya, I'm going to open a group tomorrow and we'll start posting stories. Oh my gosh, and I just love this part. Reading all of your stories is so fun. If you haven't been featured in a Discover Zaya and you want to, please just send me your story and I'll post it in there. Especially if you're inviting a lot of people, I would love to feature your story. Then they can see you and resonate with you. But anyway, that Discover Zaya event is a great place for your prospects to see the wide variety of reps and types of situations that we've got going on here. It's a third-party tool, so it's very, very effective. Okay, if I'm going too fast, please use the chat tool and ask me to clarify. All right, you guys, I'm going to talk about reach outs next. So I was asked to kind of break down reach outs. Like, what does that really look like? And when you say reach outs, like, what are you talking about? And how can you just break it down for us? So I want to talk about that. And I also wrote some prompts for you and I put them on our website and we're going to go through those. I'm not a big fan of scripts, but I do think having some prompts so that you can, jog your memory and it's like, oh yeah, okay, I can say that, can be helpful. So for reach outs, I think the easy part is actually messaging people, right? the hard part is coming up with the names of who you're going to message. So my favorite way of doing this ever is so simple, and it really does not need to be complicated. It shouldn't be complicated, but I just keep a little log in my book, and as I think of a name, I write it down with a little empty box. As I think of a name, I write it down, because we're not always available to work. So maybe I'm driving and I think of a name, so I'll come home and I'll write it down, and I'll do that for a few hours. And then when I'm able to do my reach outs, I come down and the name's there. I send my quick message. I check it off. Okay, so it's collecting the names kind of constantly. At a certain point in my business, I've spent, I've devoted 10 minutes a day. I set an alarm and I work for 10 minutes on my phone, and I just scroll Facebook or Instagram looking for people that, oh yeah, I need to message her, or she would be a great fit, or, oh, I forgot to, follow up with this girl. So that would be the time when you are purposefully scrolling, looking for people that you can write their names down on your checklist. That has been the best way for me to have a good list. Now, I've said this before, so forgive me if you've heard me say this, but I do like to keep and I actually haven't done this for a month, so I need to start again, but I just keep a sheet where anybody that's talked to me about being interested, I write their name down, we're talking. And then once this page is full, it usually takes me like 2 months to get a full page of interested names. Then I look back at it and I kind of get rid of anybody who's done or who's ghosted me or who, whatever. And I tear off that page and I throw it in the garbage, and I only write the names down on the new page of people I'm still talking to. And that has been kind of freeing, because I'm not carrying around this big binder of names of people that have not responded to me. It's like, it kind of puts you in control a little bit, and it's like a mental thing. You don't feel like you're dragging this dead weight along with you, like, please join my team, and I found that a lot of times, if they're not ready at that point and they're ghosting you or whatever, they'll come back around. Most of them do. Okay, so let's talk about what you say when you do reach out. So I'm going to share my screen. If you can't see this, don't worry. It's on, like, if you're on your phone and it's hard to see, it's on the website. I'm going to show you how to get there, and you can look at it later. So, where is it? There's YouTube, still trying to work. Okay, so here's our website. Oh, let me go to the real one. You guys can see that? Could I get a thumbs up, Amy Glenn? Yeah, okay, I can see you. Okay, so it's under training, and our password, if you're new, is ZOF for Zaya on Fire, and it's down in the recruiting section. Why isn't it? Did I put it in a weird place? Oh, I think I put it in parties. Oops, okay, I'll move it to recruiting. I put it in parties. Okay, so 10 ways to reach out. So I have a whiteboard above me, and I've got level 1 reps on my whiteboard that we're going for a goal in June. I still haven't erased this. So you guys are the people I'm messaging, okay? You got to be featured in my messages. So here are 10 different reach out messages that I use, depending on the situation, of course, and who it is. Okay, first one. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for your order. What did you think of everything? How was the fit? This is a reach out. You could call it a follow-up if you want, but it's still a reach out, because if Sarah says, oh my gosh, I love it, what do you say? You say, oh, Sarah, have you ever thought about doing this? If you love it, you could easily, sell this and rep the brand, and et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so that's a reach out. All right, number 2. Hi, Anne. At one point, you had expressed interest in starting your own activewear business. Is that still something you're considering? If so, our team is hosting a casual Facebook event this week with answers to FAQs. Would you like me to add you to the group? I like this question because most people say, sure, Most people are going to answer that in the positive, in the affirmative. So then it's a way to follow up with somebody maybe who you haven't heard from in a while. It's a way to circle back to them and to get them kind of to the next checkpoint, which is the Discover Zaya event. All right, number 3. Hi, Charmaine. I love how you share your outfits and fashion advice on Instagram. You're darling. I do this for my business too, and it has become incredibly lucrative. Have you considered partnering with a company that compensates you for your outfit photos? So this would be maybe somebody who, is a fitness influencer or I found a cute little blogger that showed up in my feed the other day, and she was posting her outfits of the day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl's not getting paid for this, and she could be. So, people like that are plentiful. And you might call that a cold message. I actually don't call it a cold message because it's like somebody that I've maybe interacted with once or twice. I don't really like cold reach outs, to be honest. So most of these I would consider to be in my warm market or lukewarm market. All right, number 4. Hey, Lindsay, this week I'm offering all new customers 20% off their order and free shipping, or whatever you want to put here. Are you in need of some new leggings or a great sports bra? So this is a way to get somebody in your funnel. And then, of course, you follow back with them if let's say they get light and tights. When they get them a week later, you message, what did you think? And then so on and so on. So it's just a way to, like I said, fill your funnel. It's a reach out. You're not going right to the, hey, Lindsay, I like you. Do you want to be a rep on my team? But you're starting somewhere. You start at a different place depending on your relationship with them, who they are, and all of the situations, right? All right, number 5. Hi, Sherry. I was thinking of you the other day as I drove by your neighborhood. I hope you're doing well. I'm not sure if you're looking for additional income streams during this crazy time, but if you are, I feel like I have found something that could really bless your family. It's all done online, so you can fit it into the cracks of your day while, you are home with your kiddos. And it's full of the most incredible people you could ever imagine. Do you have time this week to chat so I can tell you about it? So this would be more for somebody that you know and you kind of know their situation. I'm sure you guys can think of lots of people who would fit this description. Number 6. Hi, Natalie. I appreciate your order. You're such a great customer. Did you know that if you sign up as a rep, you can get 25% off everything, plus you have the opportunity to earn your clothes for free and half price? There are no strings attached, and you can cancel at any time. Would you like to see the current starter kit? So most of these end in a question, you guys, so that it's not just dead in the water. And a lot of them, now the last one was maybe a little more loaded, but this one, would you like to see the current starter kit? I mean, the obvious answer to that is sure. Most people are going to say sure. So it gives you the next point. Okay, only 4 more. Number 7. Hi, Gina. Your IG feed is so darling. Have you tried Zaya Activewear for your workouts yet? If not, I'd love to offer you a discount to try them and give me your honest review. So I loved doing this early in my business as I was building my client base. I haven't done it in a while, honestly, but I do love this strategy. It's a way to reach out to people you don't know, but you're offering them something so they have a reason to listen to you. It's not just, hey, girl, it's not those messages that we've all gotten about blah, blah. This is like an actual offer of something that they might like. And it just starts the conversation. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, I've reached out and given some people, offered them a pair of leggings if they would do a review, or, I was hoping they'd get in my funnel. It's worked some of the time, and some of the time they were like, I don't like these. And so you have to use your best judgment and your own budget for what works for you this way. But I do feel like it's pretty safe to give your discount to people because you're really not losing any money that way. Okay, number 8. Hi, Joanne. I wanted to reach out to you because our starter kit recently changed, and I know you had your eye on that rainbow jacket. You can get all of these pieces plus a $100 gift card for only $295. The kits change frequently, and this is a really good one. So I don't know about you guys, but because our kits have been changing so much lately, I am not reaching out to every single person who's interested every time the kits change and say, we've got a new kit, we've got a new kit. Because most of the time, it's only changing by one piece, and I don't think they really care that much. And I don't want to become white noise. However, if you see something in the kit that you know one of your customers has been wanting or somebody commented on, I mean, this is where it's really good to have kind of a record of some of that stuff, which I am terrible at. But if some piece in that kit jogs your memory, that's when you go back with specifics. I think that's more interesting and a better conversation anyway than the kit changed, the kit changed. It used to be a great way to follow up when the kit only changed once a month, but now it's like 3 times a week. Okay, number 9. Hi, Krista. I saw your name in my feed and wanted to reach out because I think you would make a really great rep for Zaya Active. You're super active, love helping people, and have a wonderful spirit. Have you ever considered starting your own network marketing business? Now that actually, I'm looking at that and I think I might just change that. The network marketing business is a flag for a lot of people. It makes them feel icky, which, the joke's on them because it's like the best thing ever, but I might change that wording too. Have you ever considered starting your own online business? I think might be better. Okay, number 10, Ashley, thanks so much for signing up to host a party for me. As we are adding people, I can tell this is going to be an amazing party. Would you like to join as a rep today so that you can get the commission? I will still host the party for you, but you will get paid on all of this excitement. This is actually one of my favorite ways to sign reps up because I feel like it's the best deal for them. It's like, oh, okay, like why would they not? They're gonna get the commission and I'm doing all the work and it's like their launch party. It's just a really great way to do it. Do they all say yes? Absolutely not, but it doesn't hurt to ask. And it puts the bug in their ear for like how simple this is. So I like that one. Okay, there's one more that I thought of while we were doing that. And I just kind of, it's the one where I messaged this. Actually, I use this one a lot too. Hey Emily, our team is hosting a training for new reps on Monday. This is a great way for people to start their business and get going right away. You can even claim your first check in August if we have your launch party soon. Would you like are you ready to jump in? Something like that, I think is really effective for talking to people who are go-getters and who want to get started and who want that paycheck quickly. So that's one that I use too. Okay, you guys, that was a lot of talking. If you have questions, can you type them now or you can unmute? If you have questions about this or if there's any other things you want to go over, we can do that too. I hope this was helpful. Helpful? Okay. So for reach outs, you guys, a good number would be try to do 3 to 5 a day. 3 to 5 of those. Like, you guys, that takes less than 10 minutes, and that is really what moves your business forward. And it's not fun always. I mean, it's fun when they write you back and they say yes, but it's not always fun because you're going to get some no's, you're going to get some ghosting. But those reach outs, it's so, for me, now I know not everybody loves social media like I do, but for me, it's really fun to post and to like do marketing that way. I love that. I could do that all day. But that is really not the work of this business. That's an accessory of this business. The work is this, the messages. So start making those lists just throughout the day. In the shower, as you think of it, just jot their names down or put a note in your phone when you get out and think of names all the time. You'll start training yourself to be thinking in those terms, like looking for people. That's really fun when you get there because then you see them everywhere. She would be great. She would be great. I want to help her. Da, 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 da. So you've got this list, and then when you have your 10 or 15 or 20 minutes, you sit down and you've got all those messages that you can send, all those examples, and you just knock them out. Okay, how long do you wait to follow up? That's a great question. So I usually wait a few days, and then I follow up, and if they ghost me again, they're off the list. I just don't have time for that. And we're not going to chase people who don't want this. There are enough people who do. Oh, good, Krista. I appreciate that. Sometimes I feel like I just am saying the same thing over and over. And honestly, I feel guilty that I'm even the one speaking to you guys tonight because I was feeling like you're probably getting tired of hearing from me and Monica. And I had a guest speaker, and then she couldn't do it, and I couldn't get anybody. So anyway, I was feeling bad. Okay, if you have someone that's been on the fence for quite some time, at what point do you back off and let them come back to you? Um, I I don't know. I mean, I think after like a few back and forth with no movement, I just lose interest, to be honest. I mean, I don't mean to be mean, but I'm running a business and I've got other people to talk to. And so I think if we are messaging people with that desperation, they can sense that. And some people kind of like that, to be honest, and they don't know that they like it, but they do, and they like being tended to, but I I really I really want to work with people, like I said, who want to be here, and there are so many of us. Um, that I think that if we are assertive and kind, but we move on and keep going, then they'll see, like, oh, she's still talking about these clothes. Maybe I should have answered her message. All right. Anybody else? Can we share some of that I wish I could, Gina, but I haven't talked to Monica, so I don't know where we're at as a team. I only know my downline, but my downline, is a significant part of Monica's, and it is up. It's definitely up. With your network. Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Sorry, Gina. Yep, it was in some email or something that we can share growth to with your network. So what Gina's talking about is just a month or two ago, we got info from corporate that we're not supposed to share a lot of number specific information because we were sort of network marketing companies in general were really under the microscope from what's it called? I started to say CDC. That's COVID. The network marketing. No. Anyway, doesn't matter. You know what I mean. FTC. Thank you. FTC. But now apparently they say we can. Let me tell you though, I really liked when we had that rule in place because I think it does a lot of really good things for us. I think as a group, network marketers, I don't know. I think sometimes we share too much about numbers. Think of other industries and how much you know about their numbers. You don't probably know that much, right? So I think sometimes we share too much and we're talking to people as if they understand what those numbers mean. So for example, saying, oh, we're $1 million team is really great within this circle. But if we say that outside of that, I'm just not sure what other people are getting from that. I don't know that that translates to, oh, I could run a business and also have $1 million team. I don't see that. So yes, share numbers. You know what I think is the most effective is growth percentages. So sharing my team or the team I'm part of or whatever you want to share is our numbers are up, 25% from last month during a pandemic. It's kind of crazy. Can that kind of thing. So I think those are really good. I also think it's good to do like a percentage growth from like year over year. If you've been here for a while, that's really fun. But just remember that not everybody understands our numbers, So I don't know. I just think that's something to keep in mind. What methods do you use to connect in messaging when you're not friends with guests? I feel like there are so many missed connections. Oh, I agree, Lucinda, and I'm not very good at this. I've tried the thing where you friend everybody, but I'm not very organized with keeping track of who I friend, and sometimes the parties are so big that I just have kind of stopped doing that. I friend people who are interacting in the party, for sure. If they're commenting, then I'll send them a friend request and try to help them. But yeah, I mean, you get the little notification of if somebody wants to send you a message if you're not friends. So I feel like you can still communicate, but I don't know. I don't feel like that's a huge missed opportunity, to be honest. I would friend the people in there that are interacting or who you feel like have questions or need your help, and we don't need to friend every one of them, because honestly, some of them were added without their permission anyway, you know? Okay, anything else? Or friend those who buy. Yes, absolutely. And get them in your VIP group. So you guys, we have two more, looking at the calendar, we have two more new release days this month and more restocks. I don't know what the restocks are, but more restocks coming. And the last day of the month is on a Friday, which is payday for a lot of people. So I really like how that's lining up for us and for the numbers. Like I said, I would really, really push your parties and your recruiting and all of that. Just put it on the table. You've only got 2 weeks. Make yourself really busy for 2 weeks, and then you can take your foot off the gas if you need to in August. And if you don't need to, you don't need to. But people just seem to be a little bit less available, I think, around school. So I hope you have a great rest of the month. And we do have that Discover Zaya event. I'll post the group tomorrow sometime, and you guys can plug your people in. Okay, I'll post the recording of this tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for being on. Good night.